Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Josh. Huge thanks to Josh and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Josh reached out asking for a high-powered deck built around the idea of giving gifts that no one wanted. So, while I love Blim comedic genius as a commander, I felt that Zedruu the Greathearted had a bigger and meaner toolbox to choose from. But before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Zedruu the Greathearted is a 4-mana 2/4 legendary Minotaur monk. At the beginning of our upkeep, we gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the number of permanents we own that our opponents control. Zedruu is a lot of things, and Greathearted is certainly one of them. Now, Josh asked for a bit of chaos in his deck, so I included that. I also included nasty combos in this deck, to the point that I'm worried Cutestuff will put it together just to torment me.
Maybe. We'll see.
But more than just nasty cards to give our opponents, we need other things to make sure our deck is functional. For that, we should turn to our handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. As I'm sure you've heard by now, this channel is sponsored by Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard was made famous by their Boulder, which now comes in these lovely two-tone boxes, allowing you to show your guild loyalty. Unless you're a filthy Dimir player who is simply disguising their deck, pretending to be the lawful and righteous Azorius. Find out if your local game store carries the new Ultimate Guard Synergy Boulders, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. One more thing before we get started. I've been streaming Final Fantasy XIV over on my other channel every weekday in the afternoons. If you want to pop in and ask some questions, chat about Commander, or just hang out, you're more than welcome to. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Scalding Tarn, Arid Mesa, Flooded Strand, Misty Rainforest, Wooded Foothills, Marsh Flats, Rogran Triome, Steam Vents, Sacred Foundry, Hallowed Fountain, Training Center, Spectator Seating, Sea of Clouds, Storm-Carved Coast, Sundown Pass, Deserted Beach, Sulphur Falls, Clifftop Retreat, Glacial Fortress, Reliquary Tower, Scavenger Grounds, 5 islands, 5 mountains, and 4 plains make up our land base for this deck. Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Creativity, Talisman of Conviction, Talisman of Progress, Izzet Signet, Azorius Signet, Chromatic Lantern, Decanter of Endless Water, Mind Stone, Smothering Tithe, and Dockside Extortionist make up our mana ramp package. Humble Defector, Lauren of the Third Path, Rhystic Study, Esper Sentinel, Fairy Mastermind, Idyllic Tutor, Enlightened Tutor, Wild Research, Dictative Crufix, Howling Mine, Whirlwind of Thought, and Teferi's Ageless Insight help us dig through our deck and look for answers. Patrician Scorn, Grasp of Fate, Rest in Peace, Imprisoned in the Moon, Negate, Abrade, Boros Charm, Commit Memory, Arcane Denial, Swords to Plowshares, and Generous Gift let us reset the board as needed. Austere Command, and Cleansing Nova allow us to reset the board or other permanents as needed. 9 Lives, Transcendence, Thought Lash, Grid Monitor, a Crowan Horse, Rust Elemental, Moderation, Aggressive Mining, Statecraft, Exchange of Words, and Form of the Dragon all make for wonderful gifts that I'm sure our opponents will love. Bizarre Trader, Role Reversal, Fractured Identity, Harmless Offering, Knowledge Pool, Jace Wielder of Mysteries, Body of Knowledge, Niv-Mizzet the Firemind, Niv-Mizzet Perun, Laboratory Maniac, Lavinia Azorius Renegade, Mirror Maid, and Sudden Substitution make up the core of our deck and how we plan on winning. Now that we have our deck list, we should compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp. Right on target. 12 pieces of card advantage. 11 pieces of interaction. 2 board wipes. 3 pieces of graveyard hate in Rest in Peace, Commit Memory, and Scavenger Grounds. 1 Sudden I Win card in 9 Lives. Special thanks to Tomer from MTG Goldfish for this combo. Okay, let me explain. This is going to take a minute. This is a 3-card combo that uses the stack to win the game. You cast Fractured Identity on your own copy of 9 Lives. Each opponent gets a copy and yours leaves the battlefield, so you're about to lose the game. With that lose the game trigger on the stack, cast Patrician Scorn, exiling their copies of 9 Lives. Their respective lose the game triggers then go on the stack and resolve first. So you win the game. Dirty, I know, but it is a 3-card combo, so it's fine. Many of you may be wondering why I included cards like Dictative Crucifix or Howling Mine. Remember, we want cards to donate to our opponents. We don't want to give them mana rocks, but most of the time it doesn't matter who has control of the Howling Mine. Also, if we give Howling Mine to our opponent, we draw an additional card. The core concept of this deck is to look inoffensive. Play a bit of chaos, look at the silly Zedruu player, he's not a threat. Then win with either the aforementioned combo, or by pinging Body of Knowledge with either of our Niv-Mizzets until we draw our deck and win with either Labman or Jace.
That sounds like an awesome idea. Let me go build this.
Do you have a bad gifts deck? Who's your commander? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. One of the tiers is specifically set up for Commander. For only $25, I will build you a custom Commander deck based around your specifications, and even do a deck video on it. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Alex, Daniel, Steve, Kevin, Alex, Cookie, Nick, Borgie, Jake, and Exiled Rogue. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander deck videos often, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Also, if you're a fan of anime and manga like I am, feel free to check out my other channel, Musings by Danon. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.